freedom,
family,
world unity.
All these things and more will be discussed on this podcast.
Real stories, real people, real debates. On this podcast, we like to express our freedoms and talk about anything and everything goes.
Like freedom, family is important to us, and anybody that is listening, watching, or coming on the show as a guest star are all considered part of the greatest family to ever bless the solar system, the human race. No matter who you are, where you come from, you will always have a voice here on this podcast.
We like to flex our First Amendment, where all speeches and opinions are accepted for the right of freedom of speech. We have a saying we like to live by. Live life with eyes wide open. Being open-minded leads to true understanding of the world as it really is. Please, come, join us, and enjoy this experience as we embark on this journey of truth as we dismantle the subjective truth. I'm your host, Nick.
And I'm your co-host, Victoria.
And you're experiencing Heye Consciousness.
Disclaimer. Any and all information on topics presented are to the best of all who is present in each episode's knowledge. The goal of this podcast is to bring people together and set the example we all wish to see in our everyday lives. Whether it's home life, education, politics, history, business, etc. Any and all subjects can and will be talked and peacefully debated about on this podcast. On debate episodes, there will be a set rules of debate that hosts and guests alike must follow. We ask that you, the audience, like we ask of our guests, in the comments to please try to keep the language as clean as possible. We are a podcast for entertainment as well as educational purposes. Here we are all equal no matter what race, age, or gender. Thank you, and enjoy the show.
Hi, y'all.
And welcome back
To another episode of
Heye Consciousness.
I'm your host, Nick.
And I'm your co-host, Victoria.
And
this is our friendly editor, Tyler.
Just a friendly neighborhood editor, that's all.
Welcome back to another episode of Heye Consciousness, y'all. Today is Monday, so that means that we are going to be going over the Constitution. Last week, we were reviewing an edict, or not an edict,
Rules.
The rules
for a big country to become a small country, or a great emperor to be reduced to a small one. And there were precisely 20 rules, but we only went over 13 rules that Benjamin Franklin wrote as a companion to Edict of the King of Prussia.
Prussia. I know, I get it confused too.
Prussia.
Prussia. It's not all about you, Prussia. I'm sorry, it just felt like the Martha meme was there.
I hear you, and you're pushing it with the pressure.
Under pressure.
Raining down on me. Coming down on me.
On Prussia. Bum, ba, bum, 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 bum.
Under pressure. Anyway. So yeah, the rules for a great empire, to make it a small one, is a companion document to the satire piece of the Edict from the King of Prussia that, yet again, our boy Benjamin Franklin had written as kind of like a red herring tale to warn the young American colonists what could potentially happen if they allow England to keep their rule over them and if they didn't declare independency from the mother country. And so with this rule set, it's yet again another satire piece, but it feels like it's been taken a little seriously because, like I said last episode, when you kind of compare these rules that we're going over and kind of like put them over today's politics and the economic problems that we have today,
and the legislature
and the legislation and the problems that we're having there, it just kind of seems like these rules are being applied, which these rules that, as it says in the title, is for a great empire to become a small one, but the title doesn't really give you a very good idea what it really is. What it really is a set of rules as to how to destroy your country from the inside out. It's scary.
Bum, bum, bum.
So, with that being said, we're going to get right into it with our U.S. Constitution and other writings.
And our reader for the day is Victoria.
Yes, I am reading for you beautiful mofos today. So, starting off with Chapter 14.
Rule 14.
Or Rule 13, yeah. Rule 14. If the parliaments of your provinces should dare claim rights or complain of your administration, order them to be harassed with repeated dissolutions. If the same men are continually returned by new elections, adjourn their meetings to some country village where they cannot be accommodated, and there keep them during pleasure, for this you know is your prerogative, and an excellent one it is, as you manage it, to promote discontents among the people, diminish their respect, and increase their disaffection.
Bum, bum, bum.
Yee. Sounds like just nothing but propaganda machine, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just pump out the propaganda.
Mm-hmm.
Rule number 15. Convert the brave, honest officers of your Navy into pimping tide waiters and colony officers of the customs. Let those who, in time of war, fought gallantly with the defense of the commerce of their countrymen in peace be taught to prey upon it. Let them learn how to be corrupted by great and real smugglers, but to show their diligence, scour with armed boats every bay, harbor, river, creek, cove, or nook throughout the coast of your colonies. Stop and detain every coaster, every wood boat, every fisherman, tumble their cargoes, and even their ballast, that's ballast, inside out and upside down. If a pennorth, I think it's like Penworth, but Pennorth.
Let me see.
Pennorth.
Like a little...
With apostrophe.
You have a little apostrophe on top.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm usually good at word searches.
Let's hop into the Matrix real quick and see. Oops. So, what does this strange word mean? Variant from pennyworth. So, a penworth.
Oh. Penworth. Yeah.
Pennorth.
North.
No.
North. Something like that, yeah.
Like a hay penny.
Like a hay penny, yeah. Okay.
Penny wharf.
Hmm.
Here.
Alright. A pennyworth of pins is found unentered. Let the whole be seized and confiscated. Thus shall the trade of your colonists suffer more from their friends in a time of peace than it did from their enemies in war. Then let these boats' crews land upon every farm in their way, rob the orchard, steal the pigs and the poultry, and insult the inhabitants. If the injured and exasperated farmers, unable to procure other justice, should attack the aggressors, drub them and burn their boats, you are to call this high treason and rebellion, order fleets and armies into their country, and threaten to carry all the offenders 3,000 miles to be hanged, drawn, and quartered. Oh, this will work admirably. Yikes.
Mm.
So basic total totalitarianism.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Anyone that speaks out against, the government or whoever is the, leading role in this country and their governments. It's just full totalitarianism. A dictatorship, pretty much. Rule 16. If you are told of discontents in your colonies, never believe that they are general or that you have given occasion for them. Therefore, do not think of applying any remedy or of changing any offensive measure. Redress no grievance, lest they should be encouraged to demand the redress of some other grievance. Grant no request that is just and reasonable, lest they should make another that is unreasonable. Take all of your informants of the state and of the colonies from your governors and officers in anonymity with them. That is ENMITY.
Anonymity.
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 With them. Officers anonymity. What?
Anonymity.
What is anonymity? What does that word mean that I can't friggin' say all at once?
It's like a cinnamon.
It's anonymity. EMITY. Deep-seated dislike or ill will. Goodness. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Deep-seated dislike or ill will.
Alright then.
Yeah, so much enmity over there.
I'm glad that, we're Looking up words. Encourage and reward these leasing makers, secrete their lying accusations lest they should be confuted, but act upon them as the clearest evidence, and believe nothing you hear from the friends of the people. Suppose all of their complaints to be invented and promoted by few factious demagogues, whom if you could catch and hang, all would be quiet. Catch and hang a few of them accordingly, and the blood of the martyrs shall work in miracles favor of your purpose. Dang.
They're talking about the demigorgon.
Mm-hmm.
That's iron.
The demigorgons. Demagogues.
He's
What
a
is
demagogue.
What's a demagogue?
He's a demagogue.
Let's look up that word.
I don't know,
What's a demagogue again?
Something that Stan Lee says about. Stan Lee says something about Vivek or something. He's a demagogue.
Yeah. The demagogue is a political leader who seeks support by appealing to popular desires and prejudices rather than using rational argument.
Oh.
So basically, feelings instead of fact rule the way this political leader supports. Okay, got you. So we're going on feelings, not facts. That's what demagogues mean. Okay, cool.
And also, feeling of the people, of the crowd. That's what that means.
Well, it said that they follow the popular thing, but
Mm-hmm.
what if it's not the popular thing amongst the people?
Mm-hmm.
It's the popular thing amongst the elites that is not for the people.
Demagogue.
Demagogue. Yes.
Demigorgon.
Demigod.
Demogorgons. Yep.
Well-
They have their own agenda. They don't have an agenda for the people. There you go. Rule number 17. If you see rival nations rejoicing at the prospect of your disunion with your provinces and endeavoring to promote it, if they translate, publish, and applaud all the complaints of your discontented colonists, at the same time privately stimulating you to severer measures, let not that alarm or offend you. Why should it, since you all mean the same thing? Let me read that rule one more time. Rule 17. If you see rival nations rejoicing in the prospect of your disunion with your provinces and endeavoring to promote it, if they translate, publish, and applaud all the complaints of your discontented colonists, at the same time privately stimulating you to severer measures, let that not alarm or offend you. Why should it, since you all mean the same thing? Meaning, your rival nations, your enemies. If your enemies are rejoicing of your country's own internal discontent and the in-house fighting that you're having, they're going to push you or pay you, the demagogues, that want to destroy your country, to keep doing it. Keep making it easier for us to come in. Good Lord. Number 18. If any colony should at their own charge erect a fortress to secure their port against the fleets of a foreign enemy, get your governor to betray that fortress into your hands. Never think of paying what it cost the country for what would look, at least in some regard, for justice, but turn it into a citadel to all the inhabitants and curb their commerce. If they should have lodged in such fortress the very arms they bought and used to aid you in your conquest, seize them all. 'Twill provoke the ingratitude added to robbery. Woo. So it says, seize them all. 'Twill provoke like ingratitude added to robbery. One admirable effect of these operations will be to discourage every other colony from erecting such defenses, and so their and your enemies may more easily invade them and do the great disgrace of your government and of course the furtherance of your project. So take away the people's protective rights away, which will make them discouraged to rise up anymore because you took away everything that made them dangerous.
Their privacy.
Wow. Okay. Rule 19. Send armies into their country under pretense of protecting the inhabitants.
Oh, smart.
Sounds like our open border policy today, doesn't it? But instead of garrisoning the forts on their frontiers with those troops to prevent incursions, demolish those forts and order the troops into the heart of the country. that the savages may be encouraged to attack the frontiers, and that the troops may be protected by the inhabitants. This will seem to proceed from your ill will or your ignorance, and contribute further to produce and strengthen an opinion among them that you are no longer fit to govern them. And 20. Lastly, invest the general of your army in the provinces with great and unconstitutional powers, and free him from the control of even your own civil governors. Let him have troops and now under his command, with all the fortresses in his possession. Who knows but, like some provincial generals in the Roman Empire, and encouraged by the universal discontent that you have produced, he may take it into his head to set up for himself. If he should, and you have carefully practiced these few excellent rules of mine, take my word for it, all the provinces will immediately join him, and you will that day, if you have not done it sooner, get rid of the trouble of governing him, and all the plagues attending their commerce and connection from thenceforth and forever. And that is the end of our set of rules for destroying your country from the inside out.
Or making a great empire into a small one.
I mean, turning your great empire into a teeny tiny one, that is destroying your country from the inside out.
But remember, this is where we're trying to destroy the kingdom.
Yeah, we were trying to destroy Great Britain at the time.
Which we succeeded.
So, which we did. And now, it kind of seems that there is some kind of sickness in our government that wants to destroy us from the inside out. Because look at how divided we all are. Look at how discontent all Americans are all across the board. Even the ones that support the left and the right. They're the ones that are still discontented with the way that things are today. They're discontented with the economic status. They're discontented with the rise of inflation. They're discontented with the fact that, kids like us that have the money and have the good enough credit score to get that home loan, we can't even get the home loans anymore because there's these other people coming into our country that our government is just giving them free housing, free money, free education, free food, free social security, and then it's like, what about us, the Americans? What about us? Where's our free stuff? I just feel like these rules are kind of being taken a little seriously in today's world, because as we went over them, it just continually sounds like an echo of today.
Mm-hmm.
You take these rules, you apply these by the current legislations, the discontent, the policies that are being put in place that is adding to our discontent more and more. It's like one policy after another. No policy is making anything better.
No.
Every policy is making everything worse, which that is one of these rules in here that we went over. If you want to break apart your people and make them discontent with you, go ahead, pass really bad policies that just make things worse. And then after you're done making things worse with the policies, divide them in the minds by saying, these guys over here get all this, and these guys over here, they don't get that. So then it's a, they versus them kind of situation instead of us versus them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's scary, dude. That's so scary to me.
That's why you tell them, give me liberty or give me death.
That's right. Which is next Monday's episode. Give me liberty or give me death is our next bit that we're going to be going over, the next document. So, and that will be something that our lovely host Nick here will be reading out for you guys. So I hope he gives it the good old John Adams. Was it John Adams that wrote it? John Adams?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's go check our reference, huh? Father Patrick Henry. It was Patrick Henry.
It's a bit far from John Adams.
Yeah.
Oh, why'd you two look at me like as if y'all knew, but you didn't know?
We didn't
No.
know.
I mean,
So why are you all sitting there like the freaking
We didn't. We actually.
Family Guy meme where
We did it.
everybody's dressed in all nice and here I am coming in as Meg, like, what? Why y'all act like you better than me?
We didn't. No, we didn't. We even admitted that we didn't know.
That wasn't until after y'all looked down at me
I'm
and were
getting a
talking
top
crap
hat
to
now.
me.
I'm getting attacked too. Don't
No, I'm getting.
No,
a
he
top.
said, I'm getting a top hat.
And I'm getting a monocle.
I got you.
You gotta get pimp canes.
Now just look at the camera. Perfect. That's all I needed. Well, I do monocle.
Oh, but anyway, I guess that'll be it for today's episode. It's a little short today, but we just wanted to go over, the last bit of the rules, and then we will pick up next week with a full document on the give me liberty or give me death. Hopefully he can give us the good old Mr. Patrick Henry treatment.
That means you have to have the Sir Patrick Stewart impression while you're reading, because he's named Patrick.
And because they were British men, you do have to do the accent.
I'm not doing no British accent. I'm American. We broke away from British, not doing British accent. So I will have my American founding fathers right. And keep my American accents.
Oh, you just went all JFK on us there for a second.
That's fine. He's still American, ain't he?
Yep.
Okay. Just want to make sure. Was in English, right? He spoke English, but was he Englishman?
He spoke English, but no, he was not
Okay.
a Brit.
Good.
Alright, with that being said, leave us a like, leave us your comments. Remember to subscribe to the channel. We are on YouTube and Rumble, and don't forget to follow all of our pages on Facebook, X, and Truth Social. And we will see you guys on the next one, right, boys?
That's right.
Alright, y'all. Peace.
And remember to live with eyes wide open.
Oh, yeah. And remember to live life with eyes wide open.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys later.
Yeah.
Basolatido.
Hi, y'all.
And welcome back.
To another episode of...
Hi.
Our co-host is choking right now.
Heye Consciousness. I'm good.
Are you sure?
Yeah. It's like I took a breath and then I choked on my saliva. Let's start that again.
Okay,
One,
all right. Hi, y'all.
Now I'm going to have to start a blooper reel at the end of the episode.
That's right.
I'll just edit that out too.
Me. I can't with you.
It's a Monday. What do you expect?
Maniac Monday.
Yeah, that's right.
Maniac Monday. Oh. Okay, let's do
Say it.
that again.
All
Let's do that again. No more me.
Hi, y'all, and welcome back
To another episode of
Heye Conciousness.
and oops. We f***ed that up.
I just said have a high consciousness.
I know, usually I'm the one that says that.
Look.
Okay, one more time.
And scene.